Okay, here we are on set for the behind the scenes of the real life first person shooter, level 2. When we delivered level 1 2 months ago, we were just completely taken unawares with how quickly it spread and how well received it was. But what it did do is it put a hell of a lot of pressure on the team to try and figure out what we were going to do with level 2. How were we going to take it, quite literally, to the next level? We've got a bigger team, we've got loads of the old faces have come back as well. It's been a really, really great journey, and we are pleased to present to you the real life first person shooter level 2. Okay, we're setting up the beginning of the level. This is where we're going to have the player start. We've got a room that we're turning into the medical bay, which is where the player wakes up. It's an established conceit. You wake up in medical, something's changed, the beginning of The Walking Dead. So this is where the player starts. You can see we've actually got one of the helmet cams with its Teradek on the top and its GoPro. We've got lots of expensive looking medical props that were thrown together very last minute. Again, all just made out of cathedral card. Really, really great stuff. The team has just got so good at throwing this stuff together really, really quickly. Over here we have one of my personal favorites, a little like alien embryo with its very own jacuzzi. If you follow me through into security, we have our CCTV system. So it's surprisingly difficult to set up a CCTV system actually. This is all pre-recorded, and you can see we've got different video feeds coming in from throughout engineering. And if the player stays and looks long enough, you'll actually see weird things appearing and wandering off, just to add to that sense of suspense at the beginning. This is just a set of 9 monitors that came from eBay on a job lot. Each one has its own Raspberry Pi, playing the right video feed. We also in here have a dead security guard we get to have lots of fun with, as people say, check that he's dead, poke him, slap him in the face. I think we even had somebody stick their finger up his nose and he managed to not flinch. This is the Bridge of the Damocles, formerly the control center for the power station here at Forley. And we use this space to convey some of the exposition that the player needs to complete the mission. We knew we needed to get some information across about how to get to the escape pod. We didn't really just want to use a computer monitor. And so what we've done here is we've actually rigged up some sheets of perspex, put a TV mounted flat straight down there, displaying all of our graphics. And then it appears that we have a hologram suspended in space. Okay, so this is probably the most important bit of kit in the whole site. This little guy and his antenna that's sticking out the window is what's picking up our cellular internet connection and then piping it via Cat5 all the way back into our control center. We've got way over 1 kilometer of Cat5 cable just spanning this space to try and create a robust internet solution. I'm not even going to pretend to know how it works. This is from the guys at Grapevine and Peplink who've provided us with this internet connection, which obviously on a shoot like this, utterly, utterly vital. So here's one of our rockets with a 10 decibel antenna. These came over from Ubiquiti. We actually have 7 of these rigged in the space, and these are incredibly powerful and robust Wi-Fi routers at 5 gigahertz, which is what our Teradek is talking to. And as we walk between them, it's just seamlessly hops between them. It's just wonderful, really, really robust system. So when the player has worked their way down from the bridge into engineering, they come out of this. I mean, straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? This is actually the central magnet for the turbine. This is where the electricity was generated. One of the big challenges has been finding somewhere where we can do a constant stream. We have to do it all as one continuous take. So we created 2 helmet cameras this time, with 2 cameras streaming simultaneously. And we had one actor over in the bridge, in security and in medical. And then when they walked down into engineering, we used darkness to bridge a cut with the inside of this turbine. So the player would then emerge and it would appear like one seamless stream of continuity, when in fact we're hundreds and hundreds of meters away from where Site 1 was happening. Logistical nightmare, but it allowed us to use 2 really, really beautiful parts of the location. So the whole place is rigged with CO2 jets, as I said. We've got one rigged just underneath here, and as you'll see from some of these takes, it'll blast up through those gratings and really make the whole place just come alive and increase that sense of urgency that the thing's being pulled into a gravity well and is getting destroyed. So one of the other things we built was the sliding space door, trying to find ways to make this an interactive game for people to play. We thought, how can we get people to help out? We get stuck against a door, we don't know the access code, and we've actually sent them to a third-party website that we've built, reynoldsspacedores.com. They actually have to navigate to this website, external to the call that we've got them on, and find the reset code, which is a little film reference, THX1138, and then the door slides open and they save the player. So here we have one of my favourite bits, and we were really scratching our heads on level 2 for ways that we could give people more control and make it more interactive. We figured, what if rather than just having a character pointing a gun and saying, okay, go over there, shoot this, go over there, shoot that, what if you mixed it up a bit and actually gave them direct control over a gun, and they could actually defend the player and really kind of work together with the protagonist.
Man that turret, mister.
Shoot! Bang! Fire! Go! Kill them! Oh my god, gun! Fire!
So we constructed this. This is 2 Nerf guns attached to a remote camera head that we use on the end of a camera crane, camera tripod. It's got a webcam on there, it's got an Arduino so that we can hit fire remotely and it can be piloted around and send that feed directly to the player.
Shoot! Fire! Fire! Bang!
Listen, I'm over here holding this down. You better hurry up.
Okay, so as soon as we saw this place, we knew that this was going to be the arena for the boss fight. But the trouble is, when you get something as wide as a GoPro and you get in a space this big, everything looks tiny by comparison. And we knew that if we had a boss the same size as our Space Marine from the first one, it was just going to get completely lost. So we needed something larger than life, larger than any costume that a person could normally wear. We settled on the idea of an inflatable. We designed a huge space maggot, space worm, but when we started calling around, we started getting a bit of a reality check when we realised quite how expensive something like that was going to cost. Until we got in touch with a company called Megaflatables, who had seen level 1 and were really, really excited about the prospect of getting involved, so they helped us out, helped us design the thing, and then flew it over here for the shoot. So we have our very own 60-foot long, massive space maggot. It's currently covered in all sorts of greasy hair gel. And Dave's actually been inside this guy, flying it around like a kite. Dave, what was it like?
It's pretty fun. Probably the most fun you can have inside a giant worm.
There's a good quote, that needs a t-shirt. And yeah, we've actually had 2 people inside this, and then we've had to coordinate them running down the length of the thing so that we can then pull this lever and drop the shipping container right down. It looks heavy, but it's actually not. And then we've got these cocoons that we've made up. This is how the worm stores its victims, and it's how we save the girl at the end of the video. Last time you complete level 1 with a rocket launcher, we thought, how are we going to up it from a rocket launcher? Well, giant mech. It's the only way you can. So we've got a flamethrower that fires carbon dioxide straight into the face of the bad guys. And then this, it's actually taken a bit of a battering. Oh, it still just about works. We've got our articulated claw. The props team are very, very proud of this. It's the little touches for me. We'd see the little animation sequences that come up here. It even has a sound system, and we've loaded up a track from a local rock band called Moriarty. Fantastic. All made out of PVC pipe and cathedral card. So this is where the level ends. This is the escape pod. We've got the projector actually outside the window displaying the animation. And then hopefully if somebody completes the game, boom, we blast off to hyperspace and begin level 3. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed that look behind the scenes on the making of the real-life first-person shooter Level 2. Me and the rest of the team are now hard at work on Level 3, where we're going to be taking everything, again, quite literally to the next level. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. If you want to follow the journey, please come along and check out what we're doing on social media. If you want to be in with a chance of playing Level 3, then head over to the reallifefirstpersonshooter.com or click one of the links in the description below. And we'll see you there.